I've been here. It's just try to keep it simple, as easy as possible. They look out for one another, and each of their games help another game out. So, they just really feed off each other. And, since I've been here, it looks like it's still rolling and still good chemistry to me.
Was there a way that bond could grow when Clay couldn't play, when he was at practice, but he couldn't quite be in the mix? And is it difficult, when everybody is together, but not able to be on the floor together?
Definitely, when Clay was, continuing to rehab and get back, it was difficult, for him and also for us, see him on the sidelines and just waiting for him to plug him into our system and put him back into where he fits. But it was definitely, tough to see him out on the side. But, it was just, we knew it was going to be easy, to get the flow back in once he came back in, let him find his flow, find his rhythm, like we're still letting him do. But more and more, as you can see, he's getting more comfortable, being out there again.
Does it take a degree of selflessness for three guys who are really powerful offensively to put it together with the ultimate goal of winning?
Absolutely. And those three guys right there are selflessness, and, they want, Steph and Wiggs want Clay to get back into his rhythm. So, they look for him, and, they're just encouraging him, to be himself and, to find his rhythm.
Kind of going off of what Carrick was asking, some people have said, it's hard to play alongside Steph in particular. You can maybe throw Clay in that mix too. So part one question, do you find it difficult?
Not at all.
Part two, why not? What about your game or other guys' games on this team allows it to be so easy?
What he causes so much attention, and it's perfect for my game because I like to sit behind the defense and move around and, set screens and just find the open window for him, just in case he needs an outlet. He gets doubled every night. So just finding outlets for him just to make it easier so he can just get it off it, easy, simple pass, and, just let the dominoes fall, after that. So I don't find it hard at all to play with 30.
And what does having so many capable facilitators and passers on this team just do for you guys?
Oh, like I said, it makes it easy. So it doesn't matter. We don't have to, sit there and pound the ball. We can just get off it, and everybody who gets the ball can make a play, attack and drive and create for others. So it's real simple. You don't have anything, like they teach 0.5 basketball. Just get off it, and, we have guys around us that can make plays.
Yesterday at the shoot-around, Otto Porter was talking about the newer guy in this organization are still learning to play alongside with the Clay. So from your perspectives, how would you describe the ropes the wet player like Steph, Clay, or Iggy have been showing to you guys to be playing alongside with Clay better in the future?
Yeah, with the young guys, I think it's just, repetition, also in practice, just having a feel for, what he likes to do and transition and whatnot, and, where he likes to get his shot. So, it's just all repetition, I think, with the young guys, and with Iggy helping and everybody and Steph, helping, trying to identify where guys are going to get their shots, and it just makes it easier for the young guys.
What do you think about Draymond's new deal with Turner Sports?
Oh, it's huge. That's huge for him. While basketball and after basketball, yeah, I think he enjoys to do it, and I think it was pretty big for him, to get that deal, and he's excited, and, us an organization is behind him and excited for him.
How have you been able to acclimate yourself defensively on the team? You guys have the #1 ranked defense. How were you able to, acclimate yourself already?
Mike Brown, Draymond Green, and Andre Iguodala. Those guys, I've talked to those guys quite a lot, and they teach me every day. I go and ask questions, I learn, and during games I may mess up, but I have those guys right there to help me, through that in games, and it's tremendous, and it's been huge for the for those old guys to help our us young guys, in just learning, in games and in practice, and I think that's a huge part of our defensive rating being so high.
Did you discover anything about Andre that you didn't know, or did you project that he would be a certain way, and maybe you discovered he was funnier or softer in other ways?
He's definitely more funnier than I thought he was. I really, before, I didn't really hang out with Andre or be around him, but he's a funny guy, but he deep down he's a great human being. You know, he cares for one another in the locker room. You know, he'll have your back. You know, through anything. So he's just a good human being.
Along the lines of Janelle asking about the defense, if you were to give a defensive scout about James Harden and Kyrie Irving, what are the keys to making those guys a little more frustrated?
Don't let them catch it. Easy. If they can't catch it, they can't do what they do.
You mentioned, learning from Draymond and Andre and of course Mike Brown, but those are two players who haven't been on the court for, past like 8 or 9 games or something. So for you as a defender, how have you grown and continued to learn from them when they're not out on the court to kind of be part of a defensive trio or team? And
it's just another one of those, areas, to get better in. And those guys can't be on the floor at all times. And you kind of have to see what they see, and it's actually helped me a lot, going a few plays ahead, to see the defense and, what they're trying to do and, what's the next option. If, they take away something, you just got to think quickly and move to the next option. So those guys being on the bench and being in young guys' ears and helping has been tremendous. Still got a long way to go, but they help speed up the process.
All right, let's do one on Zoom real quick, or a couple. Mondi, go ahead.
Hey, Gary, you've been sort of the dive guy for a lot of this season, and at some point, James is going to come back. Have you allowed yourself to visualize kind of what you guys are going to look like when you have that kind of length back on the court again?
Yeah, I think it should be scary, to have a rim protector back there, and we trust and we know that James is going to clean up anything, around the rim, and just to have us back at full health is going to be huge. We're still going to have to figure out our rotations and whatnot. Guys not playing and whatnot, and due to injury or whatever it may be, but it's going to be amazing to be back at full strength. Just to have James back in practice is already, he's shown that he's grown tremendously, since last year, and it's going to be exciting.
He's gone through a long rehab. Have you been able to sense from where you sit just how he's handling this rehab, James?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's in it night and day. Some days it's tough, it's frustrating just because he wants to be out there so much, but he puts in the work every day, and, he's just waiting. We have his back. We encourage him, take it one day at a time. It's no rush. When you feel ready, when he feels ready, he knows it. But, as right now, he has high spirits, good spirits, and, he's just excited and continuing to work every day.
Another subject. You've been watching Kyrie and James since you were a young pup. What did you see from those guys then, and what are you seeing from them now as far as what they do on the court?
They put it on the ground quite a lot. So, just watching them, just trying not to let them, get into their bag and do what they like to do. Like you said, I've been watching them for so long, and, just the opportunity to have the guard both of them and try to take away some things that they like to do. It's exciting for me. It's fun. And I can't wait, for another matchup on Saturday tomorrow.
Appreciate you.
Great. Mark Haynes, go ahead.
GP, you got a pretty good, highlight reel going on this season with dunks and things. Just want to know which dunk was your favorite one this season?
Give me a second real quick. I know people are going to be mad, but it's definitely not the head scratcher one, but it's the, I want to say the Utah one, side out of bounds who came out of timeout, I think. And 30 got blitzed and he hit Loon in the pocket, and I cut from a weak side corner, and Loon kind of like threw it right in the middle, like kind of low, but right in the front of the rim. And I just caught it backwards and just threw it. And it was just like, I don't know. I just like that one. And the one that Andre threw me in Boston, I like that one too. That was dope. So those two were my top two for sure.
Is your head still itching?
Occasionally, I feel it occasionally, but it's just, it depends.
All right, one last one. Christos, go ahead.
Hey, Gary, hope you're doing well. Gary, for you personally, what it means to play alongside Steph, Clay, Draymond, Andre, and maximize your effort on defensive end each and every night?
You said, what does it mean?
Yes.
You know, it's unbelievable, you know, just to be on the same team, and on the floor with, you know, all these, you know, wonderful players and high level guys. I just try to, you know, learn from them as much as I can. You know, those guys are OGs. They've been in probably every situation you can think of basketball. So, you know, just to pick from their brains and learn and what to learn while you're on the court with them, you know, in action in the game is a huge, you know, huge experience. So I just try to, you know, take advantage of each moment and each minute I have, you know, around them and on the floor with them. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your day.